Welcome to Doctors In. I'm gonna be your hostess for today, Lulia Hobby. Today we're gonna talk about the future miracle medicine, which is ozone, which is a treatment for a wide range of diseases and for all ages, which you can find it only at Kind Care Medical Center, the only private authorized medical center in Dubai. And Dubai is the first city who has applied for ozone therapy in GCC countries around 8 years ago. Let me introduce to you today Dr. Adel Alexander. Dr. Adel, could you please tell us more about yourself and your experience?
Thanks, Ferris, to give me a chance to talk about the ozone therapy we talk today and about my experience. I am Dr. Adel Alexander, MD degree for the ozone therapy and the public health, plus 3 master degree gynecological, medical also, and public health in master degree. Okay, plus many experience about researching also for the toxicity of medical herbs plants in Lucknow city in India. Okay. And I am already make many research about the ozone for the human and the animals and the plants and the many items. I'm interesting for that researches because we get very serious, very good results about the ozone. Ozone is very important subject nowadays. What is the ozone? Ozone is the layer already in our sky covering all of us and prevent us from many diseases already.
Exactly.
God do and make this ozone layer. Ozone means 3 atoms of oxygen. The normal name oxygen ozone therapy. Mixture between the ozone and the oxygen. Ozone not more than 5% only, and the others is oxygen. Not use pure ozone. We explain why we say maximum 5% is that medical studying we found that more than 5% can mean crimping RBCs and is risk for about patients. But less than 5% safety 100%. This means the ozone, no side effect, no complications, no care about the age. From the first day of delivery of infants can take ozone until the end of the life at any age.
Wow.
Yes, it's very important for the delivery. I got a doctor already before, and when I deliver a child, the child sometimes the problem during delivery is need oxygen. Once given ozone at same time, nothing can be happen. Otherwise, can be handicapped children. How much is important for 1-2 sessions from just the delivery. Ozone can taken by many sessions, different session, different concentration, different number of sessions. The studying of the ozone according to the disease. And same disease can make different concentration. It's difficult branch for the applied understanding for about the ozone.
Yeah.
We can talk today about many things, and I let you to ask me for what is your, what people they know interesting about the ozone. Good chance today for you. I explain anything you want.
Of course. What is the ozone therapy? Could you please tell us more about the history?
Yes, ozone therapy started in Germany. It's the first country in the world, more than 40 years. But before, in the first war, and the second stopped, and after about 72 start research again about the ozone. So this is school, German school for applied ozone therapy. Second thing, and same level, Italian. Also, at the same time, Italian school for the applied of ozone therapy. This is the second school. Third school, Russia. Russia is the third country applied of ozone therapy. These countries stay long time, about 10-15 years. Then start the European to be entrance about the ozone. Then American start applied for the ozone, and Middle and the Far East also applied the ozone. In Middle East, Egypt is the first one applied the ozone therapy. Second one, United Arab Emirates in Gulf area. I am lucky to be the first one transfer the ozone from European to Middle East, many countries, and in United Arab Emirates. And already we make some researches already. Same Germany. Thanks my God, I'm the first doctor make MD degree research in university about the ozone. Before as research, but for MD research is different than normal research. Okay, we do that at some university in my country. After that, start many countries applied researching in the government and in university for the studying about the ozone. Ozone is in Germany is famous too much, and many centers for the applied of the ozone. and make approval from the government country, and most of this country, Italian, Russia, all these countries applied and approval about the ozone therapy. Of course, they are suffering from some problems. What is the problems? The drug company against of ozone. Why? As we said in the future from discussion together, we stopped most of the medicine for patients and applied ozone. Of course, it's not good for the company of drugs. Plus, I'm sorry, some doctors also not agreement of the ozone because affect about that what all the technique for the management some diseases. Also, some doctors is against for the reasons.
Yeah.
But the end ozone is progressive, updated, and more spreading, and nowadays thanks covered most of the world.
Is it a prevention or a cure?
Both.
Wow.
Yes. For what? Healthy people can apply the ozone. Some disease, not all of the disease, can be you treatment by ozone. Ozone work as oxidant and antioxidant. Antioxidant mean it's safe. Oxidant mean is a risk. But this is one of the reasons maybe internet, I'm sorry, can read or hear or there, can hearing about the ozone is toxic.
Exactly.
But I'm surprised, nothing, thanks, my God, till now, no any patient suffering from complications or transfers to hospital for some problem due to applied of ozone. Ozone is safety 100%. Even oxidant and the antioxidant. Oxidant is the safety. For that, healthy people take ozone, I will tell in the future what is the benefit for that. But oxidant means is risk, yes. But risk for who? For the bacteria and the virus and the fungus, parasite. Ozone 100% kill the bacteria, 100%. Is never any antibiotics can be 100% results, and no resistance between the ozone and the bacteria, but the antibiotics can be resistant between ozone, between the bacteria and the antibiotics. Okay? And healthy cells is never affected by ozone. Mean toxic or oxidant mean damage the cells. Mean died, who can do it, but it's never happened. Why? Because the healthy cells inside some enzymes, same glutathione or catalase enzyme, superoxidase enzyme, this enzyme catches the free radical. O3, one name free radical, this free radical is risk, of course, when entering the healthy cells, catch it and document second free radical, two radicals can be attached together, mean O2. It's never happened, this means antioxidant. But if the bacteria can be entered inside, the bacteria, in all bacteria, nothing, this type of enzymes, this damage the bacteria direct. This is one of the importance of the ozone. What is the result? At the first time of applied of ozone, for the diabetic ulcer, or some wound if infected, the problems end by amputation. But for the ozone, because no resistance between the ozone and bacteria or any type of bacteria, no need to be cultured, something like that, to apply ozone direct, then killed all the bacteria and the wound can be healing.
Amazing.
It's very good. Why? Because who's make ozone? Our God.
Exactly.
It's never our God made something bad. And the ozone coming with the rains. The smell of ozone, same smell of the rains, or after it stop the rains, that is the smell, this is the ozone.
This is a refreshing smell.
Of course, it's healthy and fresh too much. But one of the reasons is cure, and also is good results you get, as we say, some diseases can be a big problem. In the future, ozone dissolves this problem.
How popular is it in the Middle East, and are people acceptable to it, to the new technology?
First, afraid from the ozone. Same any new rule of treatment. Laparoscopy and surgical doctor can be people afraid from this type of surgical. Nowadays they say please do by laparoscopy, not by open incision during operation for surgical. Also for the ozone, same, first they afraid. And after they found one by one, and it's found no complications happen thanks in any case of treatment by ozone, even if they're suffering from disease or healthy, take as ozone, that time can be running after the ozone, of course, not as before. Before can coming ask me, what is the ozone? Nowadays he's coming and they know what is the ozone, but they said, what type of oxygen you giving to me? But good news nowadays about the ozone is safety 100%.
After all of this amazing information that we got from you, doctor, let's go to the heart of the subject. What are the conditions that ozone can cure?
For about the ozone, some cases suffering from special diseases, can be cured, of course, by the ozone. The most diseases, for example, diabetic patients. What is that for diabetic patients? I'm sorry, nothing you're hearing one day patients suffering from diabetes is cured or stop the medicine, but he's go up until start insulin. Most or 90, more than 90 patients like that. It's impossible all patients careless about himself. I think we are defective for our treatment. This is the reasons, and it's true. Why, how, or how? If you ask ourselves, patients, 3 points: stomach, brain, pancreas is responsible about control of diabetes, of blood sugar in the body. Okay, suppose for example he enters rice, special amount of rice or macaroni or bread. He send it to the brain. I receive that. The brain send to the pancreas, secrete according to the amount. Is normal. Or eat some sweet. He send to the brain, release more insulin because I receive more sweet diet. Pancreatic according to the amount. This is the normal patients. Eat what he like, normal blood sugar. So what happened for diabetes? When the stomach send it to the brain and the brain send to the pancreatic, for example, pancreatic secrete half amount of insulin. The remaining is high blood sugar, of course. But we forget something. Why we not try to look? The stomach send the impulse to the brain send wrong impulse to the pancreatic. Pancreatic not responsible about that. He's free. He secrete according to what he's received. Exactly. But the mistake from the brain. Someone can ask me how to prove that. We can look for our life. You hearing someone he said, and more said, he suffered from diabetes. Why diabetes? When suffering from renal failure or liver failure or rheumatic disease, fail about the function of pancreatic means increased blood sugar also. But because the brain sent wrong impulse to pancreatic, blood sugar high, post blood sugar high. But the reason, this is pancreatic cause, this is the brain cause. And normally you can treat the patient for the pancreatic different than the brain cause. And some cases both together. Brain send as he like, or pancreatic send as he like. And we know how to differentiate between all of them. Once you start with patient like that, really, the end results stopped insulin completely and eat and normal. It's very important. Even for type 1, and this means 2 types of diabetic or 3 types of diabetic, after puberty. Before puberty, type 1 can be for things psychological, some things is familiar, some things the candidate is afraid, but lastly, Franchi is discovered is a virus infection. It's very important if we say as a virus infection, and he catches this virus and make it as a photo, and also a special name, COX-P4 virus. Yes, it's special name. If as a child, not as a family, nothing like the virus infection, and the virus different the bacteria. Bacteria when enters our body go at any place and try to live at any place, but the virus no. Speciality for the virus, one go to the liver, hepatitis C and B, never go to the kidney. Also virus go to the brain cells. Also virus as a common cold, the virus is throat or nose, something like that. Also virus go to the stomach and the intestine. Also the virus for the children go to the pancreatic and damage the beta cells of pancreas, plus damage the impulse coming to the pancreatic. This is one of the reasons, up, down, uncontrolled, and they never say all the life can be under insulin. Because if you kill this virus, you control the case. And we try to that. The ozone bactericidal 100%, but for the virus, is stop the activity of some virus and kill the some virus. We start with this type of patients. Of course, we're surprised about the results. Some cases already stopped, killed the virus, and stopped completely and start to eat normal.
Wow.
Here in Dubai already, and not Dubai only, I mean Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Al Ain. It's cases like that. Of course, the result not same the adult diabetic patients because many reasons. For example, should be post-diabetic start to be controlled the diet first during management. The children is difficult to control the diet. One of the reasons. Second things, discovered some not know that before. Children too much together love each other too much, not as a thing. Went to school and I asked him, I have a chocolate, where is your chocolate? He said, I can't take a shot because I am disease for what I am diabetic. Oh, your father must not give him chocolate? Yes, he broke the chocolate two parts, giving him part. And second children come, you have no chocolate? Take. See, I found really in practical, when I see cases, he eat per day 3-4 pieces of chocolate. I said, it's better if send him chocolate with him, can be eat one only, or be broken with someone. This is one of the problem, for example. Or drink some sweet juice like that. This is one of the reasons difficult to control. Plus, it's a virus. Virus is difficult for the medical as all till nowadays. You look with me. All diseases from the virus uncontrolled. AIDS uncontrolled. Hepatitis C, hepatitis B, influenza already. And now we mentioned about some new virus, something like that, bird virus and so. But I'm stopped and against for this because I'm uninterested to be this virus is clinical. No, some things political plays in this role. And I surprised when seeing some virus is 100 died, but other diseases 1,000 died. What you say 100 died? You're afraid because in my branch preventive medicine. Why you afraid 100 only? You can running and make vaccine and so and so and so. For what? For business, not for the medical. Okay. And now I ask myself, where is the bird virus nowadays? Where is it?
Yeah.
Some new one and they forget this.
Exactly.
Get some new one and forget this. It's not a clinical and medical talking for like that. Really true. What is the research? I never see research to read about that. For that reason, you ask about the Ebola virus.
If it's
not applied one
cured.
test now with the ozone. I cannot say can affect or not. It already has a virus is present or not. And if it's present, we never do any research about that till now. I cannot give a comment about the effect of ozone of this. But I made some treatment for animals about ozone for some diseases for animals and for example rabbit and so we get very good results. But we need a research.
Dr. Adel, could you please enlighten us about the diseases that ozone can cure and what kind of applications that we can use ozone with?
About the disease, as we say already before, diabetes, and the difference between other methods, we stop the insulin or oral tablets, for example, maybe under one tablet according to the diet. Okay, with normal blood sugar. We say normal blood sugar means according to the age, not as before. For example, 20 age, normal blood sugar different than 60 age. During more ages should be increased blood sugar because the brain is affected if the blood sugar is low and they start to feel loss of memory, Alzheimer. It's very important nowadays, different than before. For example, who's 60 years, 70 years can be blood sugar normal 160 after meal, of course. Second things for diabetic ulcer or diabetic gangrene, you stop that not for amputation and repair again the wound and be normal without amputation. It's very important. Third thing is for rheumatic disease. Ozone very effective for rheumatic disease and relieves the pain and the problem and the disc or the lumbar or cervical or any joints in the body can be cured by ozone without side effect or complications as the drugs for rheumatic, most of them corticosteroid. Corticosteroid is very bad effect, especially with the younger because it stops the development of the children. It's very risk corticosteroid.
Yeah.
So the third thing is for the colon and all the problems of the colon. Ozone is very treatment effective for nowadays and colon hydrotherapy can be by ozone. It's a special machine for that. It's very effective and no complication after that. All types of colon and problems of the colon. And also for the cancer, but not treating the cancer, but complementary with the cancer. For these patients, the problem for the toxicity, for the, toxicity can give in all the drugs of the cancer drugs is toxic. If you use the ozone in same times, no side effects, no complication from them toxic drugs. So it's very effective and control first to second stage of the cancer. And at that time, patient can be alive normal without any complication from the cancer. And gets Nobel Prize. Dr. Zork of the ozone take Nobel Prize. Germany, Dr. Otto van Berg, 2 times take Nobel Prize, and the only doctor in the world that will now take 2 times the Nobel Prize for about ozone doctor.
Okay.
We'll be surprised. We don't know that before. Also, ozone is for the anemic patients, for some rheumatoid also, for some immune system is important. Some immune disease, ozone is effective too much. And for the sports, now most of the sports take ozone and make activity, more activity, and no problems for the playing, because if low activity, fitness is broken and make many problems. But if fitness is good, ozone do that. Nowadays, most in Germany make the machine of Germany football player because take of ozone. Okay, this is many diseases can take, and some diseases can complementary with this. Some diseases as a cure completely by ozone. And the method of ozone different from disease to the other and same disease, but every method's name, special name for auto major hemotherapy, minor auto hemotherapy. For example, the major auto hemotherapy collect a little of blood from transfer back, blood bag, and the reinfusion again after mixture by ozone, because ozone is a gas and contraindication to direct intravenous, and all doctors know that. We mixture by blood, not important the amount of the blood, but limited amount studying of that, but just to be safe, ozone is safe 100%. The minor will take the ozone in syringe with ozone mixture, and they make hemolysis and inject intramuscular above iliac crest, not the site of the intramuscular injection. Also, it's very important to stimulate the immune system and all joint in the body. But every joint can be special position for the joint and site of injection, and the lens enters the needle and the concentration of ozone and the amount of ozone. Also, this is the name intrajection. Also, rectal insufflation, many disease, and the most decision of ozone rectal insufflation. And also for the girl, ladies, vaginal insufflation is very important, and the cure and the protective from the cancer cervix is very important. Who can take ozone like that, never ever at all can be suffering from cancer cervix. It's very important. And for the man, prostate cancer is also same. For ozone, some things is very important. Most of doctors not feeling or hearing or knows about that of ozone. Also, subcutaneous injection was given with ozone. Local dressing for the ulcers as a given. Some technique is intradigital. This is my name. I do that technique for my name. And intradigital for diabetic patient who is feeling numbness on the foot or burning or pain is very good, and open the capillaries in the foot. It's very important because make many problems in the future. Also, ozone can given also for the put the stethoscope in air and inject the ozone for the problem for the Meniere's disease and the headache, and some diseases can be ozone. Some extra, not the ozone or olive oil of ozone, ozonated water, sauna of ozone, and the cream of ozone. Olive oil can mixture by ozone and apply it very good cosmetic for the face and the hand and the foot and for some wound, all that very effective. And also that is ozone sauna is good to collect the toxic under the skin products accumulated, can be gone out, and the patient feeling as fresh and more active. This is one of the measures. Every method depends upon the concentration, amount, number of session, time interval between incision, who can sharing type of session same time. This is the study and apply it for the ozone.
Yeah. And where we can find the ozone treatment?
As we say, the first talk together, Kind Care Clinic is the only clinic in the Jumeirah. It is the only clinic for the ozone therapy, not in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates. It's very important also for that, because the patient may be asked this question many times. And if they ask about the price also, we can talk about the price different according to how much it is. Some people ask in telephone, what is the price? I give him joke answer. Yeah. If I collect you in a restaurant, I don't know how much you order your menu to pay at last. But after you make his menu order, I know how much I paid. Exactly. But let me to see me
depends on the condition.
Then I explain. But before the start, he can know how much he can need for the price, for the sessions, for the time, for everything. But lastly, I want to tell you, really, ozone is a magic nowadays.
Doctor, is it safe for everyone to do the treatment, or it should be done under only certain circumstances?
Everybody can apply it of ozone or can use the ozone at any age, because ozone is safety. Even during treatment, no complications can be done. Why? Because O3, pure oxygen, nothing more. The problem is from the chemicals and the reaction of the chemicals, but ozone non-chemicals is pure natural ozone. If you put in the air unstable, quickly can change from ozone to oxygen with few minutes. This is one of the reasons we applied the ozone in clinic or in a hospital nothing can be patient collect and go with him. Even we mentioned in the future about the ozonated water. Ozonated water 3 days expired only. After 3 days, no problem as a normal water, but no effect. But expired 3 days because ozone unstable. But no problems, no complications, no care about the age, about the even suffering from some diseases, no problem. Can be suffering 2-3 type of disease. Ozone can be treat one type and sometimes treat all the diseases in same time. Suppose it's diabetic patients and rheumatic in same times. Same session can affect both in same time. One of the benefit of the ozone.
Could you please, doctor, share with us a unique experience that you had while treating a patient with ozone treatments?
Lastly, when we finished about talking for the ozone therapy, we found the ozone is very good, very effective, very safety for both patients and healthy people and any age. It's very good to give in all of us can take the ozone, and Zakis myself is already used the ozone till now, and my age is 67 years, and thanks my God is still active and get early morning and running here and there all the days with what patients, researchers, meeting, all of that, but I use the ozone, and the most of the famous people use the ozone because make the nervous system more relaxed, more concentrated, and never be feeling loss of memory. All of this good science is good for the adult people and for the children can more be fitness for the sports. I hope all of us running to take the ozone. Thank you.
Now we want to thank Dr. Adel Alexander for all of this amazing information about ozone, and thank you for watching us. Hope you got useful information from doctors in today. Thank you for watching us. This was with you, Lulia Hobby. Thank you.